I'm not good with introductions, but just know that I'm Mariah. Welcome, y'all. I'm Mariah, and welcome to Something Simple with Mariah. Okay, you guys, I'm not really good. Oh my god. Let me get rid of this. So what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to show you how I like to do my foundation and my contouring. This is how I like to do it. I'm definitely not like a professional at this, but I have found like the perfect routine for my face and I just want to share it with y'all. I think it's so awesome. So let me just kind of hop right into this. Oh my lord, I just cut my own bangs, okay? I'm that girl. I'm that girl, cutting her own hair. Alright, you guys, so first what I like to do is I like to moisturize. Do not forget to moisturize, okay? So right now I've been using the Pacifica Cosmic Shield brand here. Okay, this is 100% vegan, cruelty-free. I've been using this for about 3 months now and it has not caused me to have any breakouts or anything. Really has moisturized my face. I'm not going to lie. I got this at Target and it was a very good deal. So this is for all skin types and it has hemp and avocado in it. This is to hydrate and revive. So I'm just going to put that on my face before I get started with my routine, you guys. Oh, it is time for a fill. Oh, my lord. Oh, just push this back. Get back there, honey. That's where it's supposed to be. Okay, so now that I got that on my skin, looks like I got it everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and use this Shea Moisture Under Eye Cream. This is matcha and green tea and probiotics. Hopefully you guys can see that good. I felt like I was like, snatch, let me just get this on my freaking eyes quick. So the applicator kind of looks like the Kylie Jenner Skin Line Eye Cream applicator, which makes me feel super bougie, like just knowing that I'm this close to possibly feeling that on my skin. Like, I need to feel. It's like all sold out right now. I'm unable to get the Skin Line. So if anybody like is generous enough, send it on my way. Let me try it out. I'm gonna go in with the scrunchie like I always like it. Where are those scrunchies? Shit, you guys. We'll just rip those on out. I do not have time for that today. All right, now that I got my hair up, awesome, great, thank you. These like sucked. I don't know what Nikki tutorials or how she even gets them to stay in her hair. I don't know, maybe she has like super strong ones. I need to check that out because I really like that, because when I want to wear my hair down, I want to wear it down, guys. Okay, so what you're gonna want to have is all the tools that you need to apply it on your face, which is like a sponge. A damp sponge, do not forget. I use this Artistry palette because I like to mix my foundations to find my perfect shade. Okay, so those are the two things I have. Then you're gonna want your brushes. I just ordered the James Charles brush set and I'm in love, you guys. It has like every brush you need to do your face. So I'm just gonna take some of those out right now and just kind of show you what I'm working with. So this one's not a James Charles one, okay, and that's just because I really like this brush, and this is a buffing brush, and this is by Real Techniques. Like, it's really good for what I use it for, at least. So I use these 4 brushes for my face. Sisters! What is really hard is finding your shade of foundation, and I have always had trouble with this. Let me just show you guys. So this is what I used to use back in the day, okay? So this is the Simply Ageless. It was actually a pretty good formula. So let me just squirt on my wrist and do a little swatch of what I thought was my color back in the day, you guys. A little embarrassing, but it's just gonna show you guys, like, don't feel bad if you haven't found your right color yet. All right, let me just, yeah, so as you can see, super dark, not even my undertone. That's what we were working with back in the day, you guys. Okay, so don't feel bad if you do not know your shade yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a little thing that I have found is working for me, because I just feel like a lot of the foundations that you like to use just don't have all the shades that they need to have. So mixing the foundations is a really good hack that will help you find your perfect shade. So right here is my go-to foundation, the Born This Way foundation by Too Faced. So it's not a full coverage foundation, it's actually just a medium to full coverage, but it literally covers. Okay, so what we're gonna wanna first do is we're gonna wanna prime. You guys, I'm freaking the F out because I have found the perfect primer for summertime, okay? So this is Huda Beauty. Huda, I don't know how they say that, but you know what I mean, okay? And this is the Not Your Mama's Pantyhose, or N.Y.M.P.H, as I like to call it. And this is in the shade, the lightest shade that they have. They have 3 shades. So this is an all over body highlighter, okay? But you can use it for a primer on your face. So I'm just gonna show you how I do that, okay? Where is my stuff? Oh, I forgot one of the brushes that I like to use. Okay, we're gonna squirt that on a brush. It's like gold. It's like gold. Oh my Lord. Wow, it's popping. Like okay, I've only done this twice now. And I went to work while I used the primer and my full face was on, okay? And it had the least amount of creasing. Even my expression lines weren't even that creased. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. It's the best primer. So I'm thinking the reason that it's the best primer is I'm starting to look like Tin Man, y'all. Okay, so I think the reason that it's the best primer is because it is waterproof. And it probably just like, it has the best chemical reaction with this Born This Way foundation too. I'm actually very unsure if they are the same base, to tell you the truth. But the chemical reaction is immaculate. And what I'm talking about when I'm talking about chemical reaction is there is a very, very little oxidization. And oxidization means like your oil is mixing with the products on your skin and creating what looks like air bubbles on your skin that have popped, and each pore shows and it starts to separate on your skin. So that's what oxidization means. It's not necessarily oxygen that's making it happen. It's basically the chemical reaction from your oils on your face and your foundation and all the other chemicals that you have on your face. I don't like to say chemicals, but products. Let's just go like that. Let's not be too harsh, okay? Although we do know the truth, okay? So yes, I start to look like Tin Man a little bit. I just want to make sure I have this all over. I even put it on my nose at this point. I don't know how I feel about that yet, but I do. And so this is a 1.5 fluid ounce bottle. Do not let them lie about how big their bottle is because it's not. It's an illusion. I still feel like that is a valid amount for what it does for your skin if you're using it as a primer. If you're using it as an all over body highlighter, like a lot, like I just don't feel like that's enough in the bottle. That's just me, y'all. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this mixture that I'm going to show you. These are the mixtures that are best for me that I have found. So the Born This Way foundation, and then I have porcelain here, and I have ivory. So ivory is a little bit of a yellower undertone. Squirt of that on there, and then the porcelain is a more neutral undertone. I have no idea how these mix so well, but they do. It's weird that they have different undertones, but it works so well with my face. I think the reason is because my face has different undertones everywhere. You see what I mean? So in some places I might be neutral, in some places I might have a yellow undertone. So now that that's kind of rested on my face, I'm just gonna go in and pat, pat, pat. Using a wet sponge, not really wet, I would just say, if you can squeeze your sponge and there is water dripping out of it, that's too wet. Oh my God, you guys, see what I mean? I'm dying at this. It's like, hello, beautiful. Thank you for coming into my life. All right, so if you're not interested in buying 2 $40 foundations, then I have a little bit of some, I hope I'm pointing at them right, a little bit of drugstore recommendations that you guys can use out on the sides here. I feel like I've been blending for hours. I'm not even blending, I'm patting. See, look at that glow, you guys. Oh my Lord. Lord have mercy. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. I have been literally practicing my eyebrows and I'm so proud of myself. I'm gonna show you a picture of my eyebrows before on the left here, and how much I've advanced when I'm done, okay? To make it all possible for me to do my eyebrows like this, I had to go and spend a little bit of money, you guys, okay? I just ordered at Sephora this kit. It's by Benefit, and you guys, the Great Brow Basics. Okay, so I'm in shade 3. I believe there's a range of 10 to 20 shades, I'm not quite sure. Don't hate me, Benefit, if I'm not right, okay? But I'm shade 3, okay? At least that's what the Ulta worker said. I should not call him Ulta worker. That was like horrible. Ew. Ulta artist. Ew, I like that. Ulta artist told me. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you. On the back, it kind of gives you a guideline of all the different products that are in here and how to use them. And if you lose the box, they also have another little card for you. And if you lose that, well, you're shit out of luck. All right, so let me just open this little tin thing here. I really like the packaging. It brings me way back. You know what I mean? Oh, it's the Fabulous Eyebrow Kit by Benefit. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and use all these products and show you how I do this, y'all. Okay, so first of all, they have what's called a goof-proof brow pencil in here. It has a little spoolie on it. Great, because I need to brush my eyebrows down to find the true outline of my eyebrow quick. Okay, so this pencil, this little tool here, shaped like this, y'all. It's a little bit more broader, has a pointed tip, and you kind of just go in and fill that natural brow out a little bit. And then you're gonna wanna go in with your Precisely My Brow pencil. Very fine tip. What I like to do to get an even more precise hair look is kind of roll it almost all the way down and then kind of sharpen it on my finger a little bit. Just get those edges, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna create some hairs with this fine, precise. I hope y'all can see that, what I kind of just did there. Okay, so I created just a little bit of hairs in the front there. All right, so this did not come in the kit, but I bought this separately. This is how I started doing my brows first and foremost, and it's amazing. So this is the Dip Pot Brow, and it comes with a little, its own little brush there, but I don't like to use that one. It's a really cool idea, I just don't find it too precise. So fail on the brush, but you know. So this is my color 3, okay? And that is a little bit more brown. And so I like to use this. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Morphe M158, and this is an eyebrow brush here. I like to make it really nice and thin. Grab that. And then kind of go in on the bottom here and start shading in. So at this point, I'm going to put in hair where I don't have it and where I want it. Okay, then after I do that, I like to go in and I like to use a little bit of powder. It's a little bit of a darker powder to kind of shade this in here and set it on up. Hello, my friend, I've finally come out. I've come out, hello. I'm the brows of your life. The last but not least, you're gonna wanna take the last thing you get in the kit. Gimme Brow Plus, okay? Here it is. So this is a brow gel, and this is gonna kind of set everything in place for you. Okay guys, so that might look a little thick and a little too out there. See, because this needs to line up here and here. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna cut them, and cut them good, girl. Cut it, cut it. Whoa! So what I like to use to cut my brows is this Morphe M124. It's more precise. So now we're gonna just go ahead and cut those brows. Okay, so that is how I do my brow, you guys. That is how I do it. I'm gonna do the other brow off screen here, and then I'm gonna come back and finish my full face, okay? And voila! Now that I've done both eyebrows, cut them both, it's looking a little weird here because what happens is when you do your eyebrows, you are actually trying to pull a whole entire look together, okay? So now I'm gonna go in with my full face. touch up any areas that I feel need to be a little bit more touched up. The reason I do put my foundation on before I do my brows is because I feel like it gives a really good platform to lay your brow on, okay? All right, you guys, now that we got that all blended, all patted in, it took me forever. I also got changed too because it's really hot outside. My eyes, hello. They are so pretty, like the trees, you guys. Hello, honey. So I'm just gonna show you guys how I contour. I'm using the Too Faced Contour Cocoa Contour Kit right now. I would not recommend this kit. I'm just using this because I'm broke as F, you guys, okay? So I'm gonna use this Morphe 405 brush. It's a buffer brush, kind of angled there, okay? So they give you these two, so it smells really good though. Okay, so, but they give you these two colors here, so I'm just gonna dip into that color, a little bit of that color, tap, tap. All right, get my little sideburns out of the way here. Trying so you guys can see, oh my gosh, just this radiance, you guys. I am in love with this Huda Beauty, you guys, okay? The illuminator is amazing. All over body highlighter, yes, thank you. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take this, tapped it off. I'm angling it so that the point is towards my hollow, guys. And what I'm gonna be following is the tip of my ear down to my hollow, okay? So just a nice brush up, just to kind of get that pigment on there. Don't get too crazy. Now I feel comfortable, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend. Not grabbing any more pigment. That's some pretty good pigment. Okay, so now that I have some pigment on there, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other cheek. Okay, now that we got our cheeks done, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to do a little bit of my forehead, just where the light hits it. If you feel like you have a really big forehead, you're going to want to blend a lot more farther down, but I just keep it really towards the hairline for mine because I don't have that big of a forehead. And that's only if you're trying to create a smaller forehead. If you like your big forehead, don't do it, honey. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my jawline. I love a cut jawline. A lot of people are straying away from that look. Whoa, whoa, honey. Okay, now that you've done all that, you've gotten your jawline, you've got your cheeks, and you got on your forehead. Let me just blend that out a little bit more, okay. I bet you guys are wondering where the heck the concealer is. Yeah, it's nowhere to be found in this tutorial because I just feel like I don't need it. So next we're gonna go with the Morphe M527 brush here. It's a lot buffer and broader brush, really fluffy, y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to be using today the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It, and this is in the color light, really dirty. All right, so I'm just gonna get that all over my brush. So now you're just gonna wanna tap, tap, and lightly fluff that over your cheeks. To get good contrast and good blending, you're gonna wanna start with the darkest color first, then lay a lighter shade on top and a lighter shade on top of that. And so that's what I'm doing. That is exactly what I'm doing. I laid my dark contour shade. Now I'm doing my bronzer, which is a little bit lighter. Next, we're gonna add some color to those cheeks, okay? So now that we laid down our bronzer, we are going to go in and we're going to put some color on those cheeks, girl. Not making it look like you are a clown or anything, so you're going to want to just take a little bit of pigment. I'm going to mix these two pigments because I find that it's really pretty. So it's Pariso and Scorcher, and this is their Alamar Cosmetics Colorette Blush Trio. And just really lightly brush that on your cheeks, y'all. Oh my gosh. Adding a bit of color. Just adding a bit of color. So I'm going to be using the Too Faced. This is the Diamond Fire highlighter. I'm going to be using the Morphe E4 brush here. It's an angled, fluffier brush. And I'm just going to put that right on top of my cheeks there. And I'm just putting that right where the light usually hits it, naturally. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit on the tip of my nose, not making it too much more shinier than it already is. And my chin is already pretty shiny, so I'm not gonna put any there. Bet you guys are wondering where the setting powder is. Well, here it is. I do it as my last step. I don't know if this is weird, but I just feel like, just like I said, you're laying your darkest, then your lighter, your lightest, and then it usually rolls right in place, and guys, like I feel like it looks so much more natural that way. If I'm wrong and by the end of this look I look like a freaking freak, let me know in the comments, okay guys? You can use any setting powder that you like to use, but I like to use this one that I got at Walmart. It's the Airspun Loose Face Powder, and this is in translucent. It's my go-to. They give you so much product in there. and literally it's only $7. So I'm using a damp sponge yet again. I'm using the same sponge I used for my foundation, and I'm just blending this powder all over my face because I want to set it in. Oh, hello, this eyebrow really came out to play today. And then I just brush off the excess with my bronzing brush. Hello, honey. Wow, I'm loving this look today, you guys. Oh my gosh. Last but not least, more lip gloss, y'all. Okay, so overall, I really enjoy the Huda Beauty All Over Body Highlighter, using that as a primer. The only thing I don't really like is the fact that it's only a 1.5 fluid ounce bottle, and it's supposed to be used for all over your body. If you're only using it for primer on your face, yes, that is perfect amount, but I just don't feel that a 1.5 fluid ounce bottle is going to be enough for your body. Okay, finally got all that out. Now I'm gonna let you know that I just love it as a primer, and I'm looking amazing, you guys. I am so glowing, and I am, like, every inch of my face is glowing, and it is beautiful. It's amazing. The whole process that it works. It's amazing that it's waterproof. It's amazing that it's organic, vegan, all that great stuff. And I love it. It is Mariah approved, that's for sure. All right, you guys, so if you liked this video, if you have any questions or if you have any comments, just comment below, subscribe, hit the little bell, and let's hang out more often. Thanks, guys. Oh. Over and out.